Oh, I'm back. Is the resub rusted? The resub guru. And thanks to the bit snert and the resub icy. And the prime, not Alex. Why are you going to ruin a good grilled burger with ketchup? Holy shit, are there people out there that don't put ketchup on a burger? What is wrong with you? That's like what ketchup is made for. Oh wow, there's a lot of you guys. Is the resub Yale? Mayo. It is always... Taste buds are such a wacky thing, reading some of these. Is the resub Grim? These are some wacky recipes I'm getting in here. The peanut butter gang came out. Fucking peanut butter burger gang. Jesus Christ. That shit is so unhinged. Thanks, the resub Baka. You ever make that peanut butter and jelly burger? It was peanut butter and mayo burger. But no, I still never made that. I still might. I still do want to do like the worst YouTube chef recipes and try them. Thanks, the resub caramel. Says the guy who eats peanut butter and honey sandwiches. That's spoken like a man that's never tried a peanut butter and honey combination. My heart breaks for you. That's a great combo. These are resub bunnies. And Artemish and Ari. And Turpentine. We doing some gaming? Yeah, I'll hop in Bindi in just a minute. There's just been a lot that we've been talking about. I do want to mention this because this. So last night someone brought this up and chat wrote it off as something that it wasn't. So Ruxin made a video saying made a huge mistake, and chat told me it was about the established titles stuff, and that was like a piece of it. But the one that I thought was really interesting, and this neither one of these things is really Ruxin's fault, but the thing I found interesting is the actual big part was he made a whole video that was sponsored by Wizards of the Coast to open Magic the Gathering 30th anniversary packs. Now, for those that don't know, Magic the Gathering celebrated its 30th anniversary recently with these packs that are reprints of beta cards. So, like, you got your Power 9, you got Black Lotus, and they're not tournament legal. They're not real cards. They're proxies. They're meant to like celebrate the game, but they're priced at $1,000 for 4 packs. $1,000 for not even real cards. It is so degenerate. So the community was very upset. I actually think this is a really great breakdown of the whole situation here. So if you're at all like curious about a deeper understanding, I highly recommend this. It's $1,000 for these 4 packs of cards that are randomized proxies. They're not real cards. They're not usable cards, and it's just such a fucking scam. So what Wizards of the Coast did, they went around the actual community and started paying Yu-Gi-Oh content creators to open their packs in order to promote it. So instead of like going to the community or addressing any of the concerns, they instead did a marketing push in a completely different TCG that hoping that people wouldn't realize how big of a fucking scam it was. It was so fucking dumb. It was so stupid. And of course it backfired because everyone took notice. And from what I saw, the Magic the Gathering community wasn't really mad at the YouTubers because they're in a totally different genre. They're in Yu-Gi-Oh! They're not really in Magic. So they weren't so much upset with them for not knowing why it was all such a fucking scam. They were more mad at Wizards of the Coast for doing that because they didn't go to any actual Magic creators. They went around them because everyone was mad. So it was just such a fucking disaster. I just wanted to bring that up because I found that to be just so like goofy. $1,000 for 4 packs of cards that aren't even real. So if consumers buy it, then what's the issue? Well, what do you mean? The issue is the price point. $1,000 for 4 packs of not real cards is very greedy, but the marketing push of ignoring the community feedback and ignoring the community and sponsoring a totally different TCG to peddle your scam is obviously very shady. Like, I don't think that needs like a deeper understanding of the situation to recognize why that's a bad thing to do. They went to a community that isn't as knowledgeable to sell them on the idea that this is the 30th anniversary, this is huge, this is great, this is fantastic. Watch these Yu-Gi-Oh! YouTubers open these 30th anniversary packs and buy some yourself down here. I think that's very scummy. I think people are getting hung up on the actual idea. Reprinting the Power Nine and like beta cards, Black Lotus, that's cool. What's not cool is charging $1,000 for 4 packs. Like it's not even $1,000 for a case or a box or anything. It's for 4 packs. There's no justification for that price point when they're not even real cards. Who sold them for 1K? The creators of Magic or random people? No, the creators. In fact, you can't buy these at your local game store. You can only buy these directly through Wizards of the Coast. It comes straight from Wizards. You can't get them elsewhere. I mean, of course, you can probably find like a secondary market from someone that's selling their own, but to get like from the source, it has to go through Wizards, not even your local game store. Thanks the resub, Callie. ADHD ass play a game. Yikes. Did you just learn that abbreviation? How does that even apply? This would be like the exact opposite of ADHD, focusing on a topic and talking about it. Why don't you just go watch like the Fortnite category? I see you just constantly whining. You clearly need a little more jingling keys. Just go to a different category, man. Thanks to resub Neo. And the resub Ishmaniac. Oh, yeah, I already talked about the established title stuff. I saw all of it. I kept up. We talked about it, 2 days ago? And yesterday a bit. They're super desperate because Hasbro's down 40% of this past year. Are they? Is their stock actually eating shit right now? Oof. Yucky. Transformers ain't popping like it used to. Buy the dip. Yeah, I mean, I guess if you're like a big believer in a Hasbro pop-off, I mean, now's the time. How's Paradox doing? Oh, that's a good question. Let's see. Oof. I can't believe it. How could this have happened? Damn. No one could have seen that coming. It's supposed to go down. Yeah, typically when you make a project, you want it to continuously go down and lose money. That's usually the goal. Thanks to resub Beyond. If it's a pump they want it to. Nah, typical rug pulls in the crypto space in particular usually start high, dwindle off a bit, but then they have their huge run, so they pull at the top. So usually what that would have looked like is starting here at the 10 cents, it would have dropped down to like 8, but then it would have had another push here where it would go much higher than the starting price, then they'd rug it and then wipe their hands with it and move on. At least with most of the crypto scams I've seen. This one, the scam was just dead on arrival since it got exposed pretty quickly. Yeah, but it's not a scam. I can't tell if you're just, I don't know if that's bait or if you're memeing. I highly recommend just going to their own website and then trying to find a way to say, yep, this sounds legit. If you somehow walk away from their website under any other impression that anything that, if you walk away from that site with any other idea in your head that this could be legitimate, you immediately need to like make sure you don't have access to your money for a little while to sit on it, so that way you don't make a really bad decision. Thanks to the resub, Gonad. Is there really 635K worth of it circulating? Yeah, it sounds about right. Thanks to resub, Wayne. Betas spend money on OnlyFans. Alphas spend money on Paradox. Fuck yeah. This will be a little pro tip to anyone that does want to scam. I think you should always market to like the alpha crowd. Like always portray yourself as like alpha. If you do this, you will be a better man for it. And when you prey on that insecurity just bleeds money. You can make so much in that space, which is why all of those self-help gurus are so popular. So if you are looking to scam, get into that field, like that side. That is the easiest insecurity to manipulate. Thanks to the Prime Tide Pod. I have actually seen that Friday. That was a cool video. How'd Team Moist do last night? The second series didn't go great. I think we got ninth in the second series, but we still were able to hang on to top four overall, but we're tied in top four. So it's a little tricky situation because Dreamfire still has an entire other series to play. And if they win, they'll tie with us, which means it'll be a three-way tied for third place overall. So I'm just keeping fingers crossed for a most favorable outcome for us. Have you watched the show Wednesday yet? No, not yet. Chat was telling me about it. I probably won't watch it. I don't really care about the Addams family. All right. This was the last story I wanted to go over. We can do some Bindi now. Let me fire that up. Doubt I'll finish it tonight if it actually is like a 5-hour game, but we'll chip away at it.